The 1970s was a golden era for car enthusiasts, a decade when automotive design and engineering pushed boundaries and created lasting icons. From rally-winning champions to sleek, stylish cruisers, the cars of this era were more than just vehicles. They were statements. Whether it was speed, luxury, or innovative design, these cars captured the spirits of the 70s in all of its glory. In this list, we'll explore 10 of the most iconic cars from the decade, beloved not just in the UK, but around the world. Each one played a pivotal role in shaping car culture and continues to be admired to this day. Let's jump straight into it. Number 1. BMW M1. Kicking off with something special, the BMW M1. Technically, it was German, but it was such a hit in the UK and globally, it deserves a spot on any list of 70s icons. The M1 was a dream machine, a mid-engine supercar. This was BMW's first and only attempt at such a car until nearly 40 years later when the i8 came along. The M1's sleek, low-slung body was designed by none other than Giorgetto Giugiaro, and its roaring 3.5-litre straight-six engine made it a force to be reckoned with. Though it was built for racing, it was also a road-legal sports car that oozed sophistication and speed. When you think of 70s supercars, the BMW M1 often stands out for its beauty, performance, and rarity. Before we move forward, if you're enjoying this trip down memory lane, then please give us a like and subscribe. Okay, let's keep going. Number 2. Lancia Stratos. Few cars in the 70s could claim as much motorsport dominance as the Lancia Stratos. Designed for the World Rally Championship, the Stratos won 3 consecutive titles from 1974 to 1976, becoming a legend on dirt tracks and mountain roads. With its short wheelbase, mid-engine layout, and aggressive design, the Stratos was the ultimate rally weapon. For British fans, it wasn't just about winning. It was about the style and the flair with which the Stratos did it. The car's wedge shape and sharp angles were an inspiration to designers and rally enthusiasts alike. Even today, collectors scramble to get their hands on one of these rare beasts, and it's a frequent star at UK classic car shows. The influence the Stratos had on the industry was stratospheric, not only on cars in this list, such as the Countach, but also on cars today from the likes of Ferrari and Maserati. Number 3. Mercedes-Benz G-Class. An international contender beloved by the Brits, the Mercedes-Benz G-Class was originally conceived as a rugged off-roader. It was designed to handle just about anything you could throw at it. This vehicle was a hit, not only for its utility, but also because it became a status symbol. Fast forward to today, and the G-Class remains one of the most expensive, top-selling models in the Mercedes lineup, with its distinctive boxy shape unchanged since the 70s. Its British fans, especially in more rural areas, embraced its capability, and its tough, yet luxurious image made it a hit with celebrities and enthusiasts alike. Number 4. Ford Mustang 1970 model. The Ford Mustang may be an American muscle car through and through, but in the 70s, it had a special place in the hearts of British car lovers. The 1970 Mustang, with its muscular lines and roaring V8 engine, became a symbol of raw power. It was fast, it was loud, and it embodied the rebellious spirit of the 70s. While European sports cars focused on finesse, the Mustang was all about brute force and adrenaline. British drivers looking for a thrill found the Mustang's sheer road presence irresistible, and it became a favorite import for those wanting to stand out. Number 5. Lamborghini Countach. Now, the Lamborghini Countach might be an Italian thoroughbred, but its influence on British car culture is undeniable. The Countach, with its dramatic wedge-shaped design and scissor doors, was a poster car for petrolheads across the UK. It didn't just look fast, it was fast, thanks to its V12 engine. And while Lamborghini was Italian, its design influenced many British manufacturers, including the likes of Lotus and even Triumph. The Countach inspired designers and enthusiasts, becoming one of the most recognizable cars of the decade, offering thrills both on the road and as a style icon. A car that screams 70s excess in the best possible way. Number 6. Ford Escort Mark I and Mark II. The Ford Escort was a staple of British motoring in the 70s. The Mark I and Mark II Escorts were some of the most popular cars in the UK during this era, and for good reason. They were practical, affordable, and incredibly fun to drive. But it wasn't just a family car. With its nimble handling and rear-wheel drive, the Escort was a rally star, particularly the RS 2000 variant. Whether on the rally stages or the suburban streets, the Escort delivered the goods. It embodied the spirit of British driving in the 70s, a car that could be as practical as it was sporty. Number 7. Volkswagen Golf Mark I. The Volkswagen Golf Mark I might be German, but it revolutionized the British hatchback market when it arrived. Replacing the beloved Beetle, the Golf introduced a new era of small, practical cars that didn't sacrifice fun. Its front-wheel drive layout, sharp handling, and efficient engines made it a hit, especially with younger drivers looking for something more modern. The Golf Mark I set the benchmark for all future hatchbacks and became a legend in its own right. In the UK, it quickly earned a reputation for being reliable, stylish, and just a little bit cheeky. Everything a British driver could want in the 70s. Number 8. Lotus Esprit. The Lotus Esprit was Britain's answer to the wedge-shaped supercar trend of the 70s, with its sharp, angular design, courtesy of Giugiaro once again. The Esprit was as much a work of art as it was a high-performance machine. Underneath its exotic looks was a car that could keep up with the best of them. Lightweight and perfectly balanced, the Esprit became a driver's dream, offering the precision and agility Lotus was known for. But what really made the Esprit an icon was its starring role in the James Bond movie The Spy Who Loved Me, where it famously transformed into a submarine. It wasn't just a car, it was a pop culture phenomenon. Number 9. Ford Cortina Mark III and Mark IV. The Ford Cortina was the workhorse of Britain in the 70s. It was everywhere, and for good reason. The Mark III and Mark IV versions were the best-selling cars of their time in the UK. Spacious, comfortable, and affordable, the Cortina was the perfect family car. It wasn't flashy, but it didn't need to be. What made the Cortina so special was its sheer ubiquity. Whether you were driving through the city or along a country road, you were bound to see one. The Cortina was reliable, easy to maintain, and it served the needs of a rapidly growing British middle class. It was the definition of 70s motoring in the UK. Number 10. Triumph Stag. We finish with a true British classic, the Triumph Stag. This was a car for those who wanted a bit of luxury and style without losing the thrill of a V8 engine under the bonnet. The Stag was a convertible Grand Tourer that looked just as at home cruising through the English countryside as it did on the French Riviera. While it had its own mechanical gremlins, especially with overheating issues, the Stag has endured as a beloved classic car. Its combination of luxury and power, not to mention that glorious exhaust note, made it a must-have for anyone who wanted to enjoy the finer things in life, 70s style. The 70s gave us some of the most iconic and unforgettable cars, not just from the UK, but from around the world. From the raw power of the Mustang to the elegance of the Triumph Stag. These cars each had their own unique role in shaping the automotive landscape of the time. Whether it was rally stages, driving down the streets, or country lanes, these machines left their mark and continue to be celebrated today. So, the next time you see one of these beauties roll by, take a moment to appreciate the craftsmanship, innovation, and pure joy they brought to drivers in the 70s and continue to bring today. I hope you've enjoyed this trip down memory lane. What was your favorite car from the 1970s? Did you actually own one of these beasts? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please share them in the comments below. Don't forget to check out another nostalgia-themed video on my channel, and remember to subscribe for more British nostalgia. Thanks for watching.